started here, Riley Patterson. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Dolphins have got it. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now the defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. Now Tua. Oh, Hill, great grab. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's good for 28 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That's caught by Waller out left side. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Burrow looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 43. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 37 yards. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before. And we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Tua now on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Rolling to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here taken in by Gesicki. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Burrow on first down. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there. But
look at right side, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. On first down, Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be knocked to the turf right there as he gets it up to the 43. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Tua's throw complete here to Waller. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Tua wants to throw it on second down. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it,
puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
That escapes the sack. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured.
Taking it right down Broadway. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. We've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. Pushing his way through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, it's Achane. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And quickly, they get to the line. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point try now for Patterson. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with a touchdown run. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down, here's Burrow. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, here's Burrow. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Burrow on play action. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
see y'all in the next one. I'm going to go watch. What, Mama? What, Mama?